Hello friends! Today I built a Japanese style house using lilsimsie's shell challenge. So welcome back, good to see you, or welcome for the first time if this is your first time here. But I really love a good shell challenge. I have a lot of fun building them and they're so much fun. So I was very excited that lilsimsie made another one because she makes so many and I love doing them, always. I build a lot in The Sims, so having something that can like spice up the builds a little bit, like a shell challenge, is really good for me, and it makes me feel just a lot more excited about building because it brings like a different kind of inspiration, which is really fun. So I really like doing these, even though they're usually extremely frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, all of these shell challenges, they just keep getting worse. Like, I used to just casually do a shell challenge every once in a while, but I feel like lilsimsie's shell challenges have become more evil as time goes on. There's just new levels of why they suck every single time, but I still love doing them and they're so much fun. I kind of like that they just, I don't know, I like that they're hard and kind of like a puzzle, because it's a fun challenge. It's fun to do. So if you've never tried a shell challenge, I recommend you do one. I've made one before, if you want to do mine, but I know that Kayla's made so many. So if you ever need like a fun little challenge to do, I recommend just looking up like shell challenge on the gallery, because people build them all the time. And you don't have to like do anything with it. You can just like build it and then like you can either follow the rules, or if you're like, I really want to change this one wall, just do it. Like, it doesn't really matter. Just make it the way that it's fun for you. But I personally love doing these shell challenges. They're so much fun, and I really enjoy it. So I really did not know what to do with this build. I tried the shell challenge like 3 times. The first time I was trying to go for like a kind of like a Victorian house because I felt like that was gonna work, but then when I did it I was like, this doesn't look good. I couldn't figure out how to make it look nice. I couldn't put a roof on it in a way that like worked and made sense, and I was very upset about it. Then I was like, what if I turn it into like a jungle adventure kind of like temple? I don't know how to build that, so that didn't last very long. I like to be really optimistic with my building skills, but I'm not that kind of builder, so that didn't work out very well. Then I decided maybe Japanese house. Like a few days later, I was like, I haven't built this and I still want to, so what if I go for like a Japanese house? It worked out really well. I really like it. Except, bear in mind, I've already tried this shell challenge multiple times. I build the whole like outside of the shell. I've finished, like I've like know how I want it to look. I finally figured out the roofing and stuff. I go back onto OBS, which is what I use to record my videos. I didn't click record, so I could have just started recording then, like at that moment of the build, and just been like, fine, we'll miss the first part of the build. But I was like, I don't want to do that because like, I don't know, there's something just fun about watching someone struggle with the outside of the build and like seeing how it came into existence. So I was like, fine, I'll start over. We can re-record, we can rebuild the whole build. It doesn't matter. It won't take me that long because I'll know exactly what I'm gonna do, right? That was not a bad idea. Except it was, because an hour into building, my whole laptop crashes. And had I saved in The Sims at all? No. Did my video footage still work? No, it was completely broken. So did I have to rebuild the whole thing again, even though this time I had not only done the outside, but I had already started the floor plan and the furnishing? I completely had to start over. This is the point where I was like, I'm gonna give up. I don't want to do it. I'll do it another day. But I was like, no, I really want to post a video about this, and like I have no other ideas. And I was finally starting to like how the inside looked. Like, I'd be really sad if I lost all of this beautiful progress because I really like it. So, third time building this is the time that you're seeing. Finally, we made it. So that was great. Love that for me. Usually, my videos are one take and that's it. This time, it took 17 years to finish this stupid recording of the build. But I really like how the build turned out. I'm really proud of it. I really like the style of it. I think Japanese architecture is really cool. I don't know, it just looks really nice, and just the items that came with Snowy Escape are really cool. I like how the style looks from the outside, and like, I don't know, I really like it. I'm very excited about it. So I'm happy that I rebuilt it 3 times or whatever, but I'm a little bit sad by how unnecessarily long it took. It took me my whole Saturday this weekend, so it's fine. I had a good time for most of it. So I hope you like it too, because I worked really hard on it. But I didn't really have like a family in mind that was gonna live here when I was building it, or like before I started building it, because I was just kind of focused on seeing what could even fit in the shell, because I really struggled with the floor plan of it. It doesn't make a lot of sense the way it is now, I'm not gonna lie. There is a ladder into the basement. In the basement there's a sauna, but the ladder into the basement with the sauna is in one of the kids' bedrooms. Does that make sense? No, it does not. I'm fully aware that that's a little bit strange. But that's just the only place that the ladder could fit. I tried to put stairs in it. That did not work at all. I could not find the space for anything else the moment I put stairs in the rest of the, like, stairs into the basement. So, that didn't work for me. So a ladder into the sauna it is, I guess. That's one way to keep the toddlers out, I guess, and like the pets. So that's good, but outside of that, not the most convenient, but it's fine, it's The Sims, so it doesn't really matter. But I really struggled with the rest of the floor plan. Like upstairs, I could not figure out how to put bedrooms in a way that made it just any sense at all. But I think it kind of makes sense how it is now. I really struggled to put in a room upstairs that fit a double bed, because they take up so much space and you have to like be able to walk around them, which I was really struggling with because I felt like I didn't have the space for it. But I ended up making it work, I think. I did forget, I realized this like right after I like stopped recording the video and then posted the build on the gallery. I made like a little storage room in the office because there were like some weird tiles, and I was like, okay, let me just cut this off and then we can fill it up with some boxes. I forgot to fill it up with boxes. So if you see the like little 3-tile room upstairs and you're like, why is this empty? Why is this here? Just pretend that it's like a storage room, because that's what it was supposed to be. So if you want to play with the house, you can fill it up yourself, or just, I don't know, put something else in it. I'm not sure, but do whatever you want with it. But there's also no bathroom downstairs. I know that that's really inconvenient in like real life if there's only a toilet upstairs and then there's also a toilet in the basement. But I couldn't fit it anywhere. And like the floor plan already didn't make any sense, and having to stress about trying to fit in a bathroom, that was not gonna happen. So, but I decided like as I was building it a little bit, who this was for and like the people that lived in this house. In my head, I've decided that the people that live in this house is a single mom who is like really into climbing, which is why she lives like near the mountains and stuff. And she has some like the climbing awards that you can get. She has some of those on the wall as well. So I was like, she's really into climbing. They have some like climbing decor, like the little wall thing with the like mountains and the climbing gear. They have that hanging upstairs on the walls. So I was like, okay, so the mom's really into climbing. She's a single mom and she has 2 kids, a teenager and a child. And the teenager is really into art. First, I was like, I'm gonna put like a photography studio in the basement because that made a lot of sense in my head. Like the ones with like red lights and like where you'd like process photos. But then I was like, how would I even create that in The Sims? We have nothing in The Sims that could even try and make that happen. But that was what I wanted to do in the first place. And then I just decided to put a sauna. I don't know what happened to that, to be honest. Because I was gonna put like a painting basement, but then I was like, that doesn't make any sense. You'd want some like natural lighting on your painting, because if you just if you're in like a dark room with like artificial lighting, it's not gonna look as nice. Like the colors are gonna be weird. I don't know. But that was the plan in the first place. But that's kind of what I had in mind. So we have a super sporty mom, and then a super artsy teenager. I don't really have a personality for the kid. I'm sorry, but the kids in The Sims 4 don't really have a personality anyway. Like, their aspirations are kind of boring because there's only 4. So all your kids are kind of the same. And they can only have one trait, which is kind of sad. Like, it makes sense that they don't really have a personality yet when they're like, I don't know, 10 or something. But I wish that I could give them more of a personality. Like, even if you could just give them like a trait that would only last during their childhood years. Like, I feel like it would be nice to have like a second trait when they're like a child, and then that trait goes away again when they're a teenager, just to give them like some extra personality. Because having your child and they're like just a dog lover, like their only personality trait is that they love dogs, that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. I think the traits in The Sims 4 kind of need an upgrade in many ways anyway, because a lot of the traits are kind of boring, and a lot of them don't really do anything. So I don't know. I'd like some new traits. That would be very nice. I would really enjoy that personally. But I don't know. I'm really proud of this house. The fact that it took me so long to build made me feel a lot better about the fact that like it looks really good in the end. I was taking the screenshots at the end, and I was really proud of how it looked, and like it looks really nice in the sun. Also, you'll see me putting like the pond from Get Famous. I didn't really know what to put in the front yard. Like, I wasn't gonna put anything in the beginning, but then I was like, this pond kind of looks like it matches the like area, I guess. And then I was also like, what do we all know lilsimsie for? Killing Sims in many ways, but especially the pond. She's killed way too many Sims in there. It's really not good. Not to be trusted. So I thought that would be fun. I kind of like it. I think the pond is a cool item. I used to use it a lot when I just got Get Famous because I thought it was like a cool decoration item. And then when I found out you could kill Sims in it, it became an even better object. I don't think I've even ever really killed a Sim in it. Maybe once, but I don't use it very often. To be honest, I don't use the gameplay of The Sims that often, so that might be why. I tried to play with plant Sims last week on stream, because I do stream on Twitch. If you want to watch, my username's the same here as it is on Twitch, and I also have a second YouTube channel that I repost all my VODs to, so if you can't watch them live, you can watch them there, and it's all linked in the description if you want to find it. But I was playing with the plant sim scenario. I've never played with plant sims before. I know they've been out for a very long time. But a lot of people didn't really know they existed, so that makes me feel better that I didn't, like, I knew they existed, I just never really used them. I don't know, I wasn't that interested, but they're kind of cool. But I was getting really bad at, like, keeping my plant sim alive, because the plant sims, like, they need water, and then they also need, like, sun energy. My sim was in a very cloudy area for a long time, and then I just kept eating like real food to make the hunger go up, but that doesn't really work because it goes up like very slightly from eating food. If you're not in the sun, it's not happening. You need to stand in the sun as a plant. So we went on like a trip to Sulani because that's the only place where I knew that there was definitely going to be sun, to get my sim to be alive again. Then I found out I could have just taken like sun energy from the plants that I had, but oh well. So that's my tip for you. You can do that. You don't have to go and find the sun. But I accidentally almost killed my sim by forgetting that she needed water. Because if you spend too much time in the sun, it dries them out. And then their water goes down really, really fast. So my sim was almost dead. Like, the hair on the Sims is like green. And it went gray, and I was like, oh my god, it's over for me. Like, my sim's gonna be dead. This is not good. But she survived, and it was fine. So that's good. Proud of me for not killing my sim by accident. It's more fun when it's on purpose. I wish more bad things happened in The Sims, though. I kind of wish that there was more, like, accidental drama. I think they're kind of working on that, though, with all the story progression things that they've been updating recently, which I'm kind of excited about. But I kind of like having way more chaos and drama in my Sims game. If my Sims just started dropping dead randomly, would I be sad? Probably. But also, it would be kind of fun, because it's just The Sims, and it's kind of fun when there's just a lot of chaos happening. I really enjoy it, to be honest. Also, another thing, completely different, once again. I kind of go all over the place in these voiceovers, definitely when they're for, like, longer builds. So I'm sorry if you're like, what is happening? But it is almost May, and May is a very special month on Twitch, because May is the month where, I mean, not everyone, but a lot of people on Twitch take part in St. Jude Play Live, which is like a massive charity streaming event for St. Jude, which is a cancer research hospital for kids, which is a really, really, really cool thing. And this is the first year that I'm going to be participating, and I'm really excited. I started streaming like a year and a half ago, and last year I didn't participate in Play Live because I felt like I was really new to streaming. I didn't really know how to set up charity stuff. But this year I'm participating, and I'm participating with like lilsimsie's charity team, because we did the like Able Gamers charity streams in October, and now with like the same group of people. I don't know if everyone's that was in that event is participating in this one, but I know there's a lot of people participating. So I'm participating like with everyone else. I'm very excited. This is going to be so fun. So we're going to do a lot of fun things on stream, starting on Sunday, the 1st of May, which is like a week from now, depending on when you're watching this and when I post this video, because I'm not really sure yet when that will be. But I'm really excited. I've been really, really, really looking forward to this for a long time. I love charity streaming, and I think it's so cool that like I can use my just like dumb Sims and Animal Crossing gameplay and like raise money with that for like charities like this and make differences in other people's lives. That's so cool, and it makes me feel like I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm making a difference in like even like my small little ways, because obviously I'm not going to be raising like $500,000 for charity, which some people do, which is insane. I cannot imagine that, but I love being able to make like a tiny bit of an impact and being able to do a little bit for such a like incredible organization. So I'm really, really excited to be a part of it. Also, internship update. Last video I said I didn't know how to open the front door. Guess who figured out how to open the front door of the building? I didn't know how to get into the building before when it was still like locked, but now I do. I watched someone else do it, and then I followed them in, and now I finally know how to get into the building by myself. So I'm very proud of myself for that. I'm after being there for like almost a month, I finally know how to get into the building. I probably should have figured this out a long time ago, but I hadn't really needed it yet, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. Because the door like opens when I usually get there anyway. I'm happy that I finally know how to work the building that I work in. I hope you all had a good weekend. I normally post like right before the weekend, but I think that keeping up with a video schedule might not work very well for me anymore. So I think I'm just going to be posting a YouTube video whenever that works for me, like once a week. I don't know. We'll see. This is probably going to go up on like Monday or Tuesday. Normally I'd post on a Friday, but I don't really want to wait until Friday to post this because like why would I? The video is already almost done. Like I just have to edit it now. Sorry for the chaos. But I work a lot now, so I kind of have to just make it work however it works, and sometimes that's a little different than what I was expecting, but I'm still here making content, and that's what I wanted to do in the first place. So I hope you enjoy it. I used mostly Snowy Escape in this. I'm trying to think how many packs I used. I definitely used Cottage Living for like the plants on the outside, but most of this build is probably Snowy Escape. So if you have Snowy Escape, you can probably download this and then replace some of the items that you're missing. Because I think that most of the build is just Snowy Escape and there's not that many other packs, because I really tried to use a lot of Snowy Escape stuff. I know there's some like kids room stuff. There's the swing set outside is Island Living, but like a lot of this stuff is easily replaceable, or like you wouldn't miss it if it wasn't there. So I don't know. I don't usually think about making my builds like easy to download or easy for other people to use. And I don't know why you'd want to use the build that used to be a shell challenge, because the shape of it doesn't make a lot of sense. But maybe you really like this house, which would be really fun. So if you do want to play in it and you have Snowy Escape, you probably can. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I had a lot of fun. These videos are so fun, and I love just talking. And I don't know, I haven't recorded a very long voiceover in a long time, so I don't really know if this voiceover was good. I'm sorry for the chaos. I've been used to filming like 10-minute voiceovers for a few weeks, but thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.